What's going on, my half-hearted homies? My name is Soho, and this is Half-Hearted Hardcore. Alright, on today's episode, we are going to be doing something we should have done quite a while ago. We need to set ourselves up with an all-general mob farm. I'm talking creepers, I'm talking spiders, skeletons, zombies, the works. So, in order to get this started, we need to find ourselves a wonderful place to put this farm, and as I like to do, we're going across the ocean to find the perfect location. We already kind of have the perfect location. We're going to go out by our raid farm, and we're going to build this farm over the ocean because that's going to help us with our spawns. Let's get out there and let's get ourselves a little bit of a platform set up. All right, so we got ourselves a little bit of a platform set up here out in the frozen ocean. Our base is just right over there and that location, and then the raid farm is just right over that way. So this will be close to base, so we can come and get ourselves set up to AFK at any point. So we're going to start, as we always do, with the bottom first. We're going to get our collection system all set up here. We want to do 3 double chests, throw your hoppers in there, and we're going to do 3 rows of these because we do expect this to produce pretty well. So we do want to make sure that we have enough of a collection system set up to where we can get everything. So that's going to be the first row, second row, and then now we'll put our 3rd row in here. Let's get right over here. There we go. And now we can do our chests one more time. All right, now after you have all of your chests set in there, you need to put your last set of hoppers right behind here. And then from here, we're going to build a 5x5 platform of hoppers. So we want to do 1 extra on each side here. And this is essentially where the mobs will drop and kill themselves. So we want to make this a 5x5 platform. All right, now from here, we want to build ourselves up a little bit. Let's grab some temporary building blocks here. We've got some white wool that we can use. Let's come over to our chest, and we're going to go up 1, and then we'll go up another block, and this one's actually going to be the actual block that we want to use. And we're going to build ourselves a platform all the way around this. So you just want to take your first set and just line the outside of your hoppers here. Now that we've got this area built around the hoppers, we need to go out 7 blocks on each side. So we'll go out 7 here. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we need to do this on all 4 sides. All right, now that we've got all 4 sides built out 7 blocks, we need to connect these and fill in this platform. So we're going to do a big square here. We're going to fill all this in, and we will jump back once this is all finished up. Okay, now once you've done your platform here, it's not a bad idea to torch this up just to make sure nothing spawns. And then from here, we want to start adding in a barrier layer. And we're just going to do 1 layer of glass right around the top here. And that's just going to keep mobs from spawning. You want to use glass here and not a regular block. If you use a regular block, mobs can spawn on top of that. And now when you get to the corners, you want to make just 3 blocks there. You want that to be 2 high in each of the corners. So let's get these blocks down around the entire thing. All right, and now that we're done with this part here, we're going to start building up the actual spawning platforms. So you're going to want to jump down right here on top of your hoppers. You want to find the middle block, and then you want to go up 4 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then on the 5th block, you want to place down a dispenser, and you want the face of that dispenser, that little opening right there, facing up. Now from here, we're going to build the platforms, and we're going to go out 7 on each side. And that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we need to do one more, 7. There we go. We're going to connect each of these diagonally, so you just want to go in a diagonal pattern from one point to the other, and it's going to connect just like this. So that's what you want this to look like right there, and then you come back on the inside and you fill these blocks in here. Now again, we want to make sure that we're lighting up each and every one of these platforms as we go along, because if we do not, mobs will spawn here. So we need to fill the rest of this platform in, and then we'll show you the next step. All right, so we got that full platform all set up and ready to go. Now what you need to do is you need to put you down 3 blocks here. 1, 2, 3. Take out this center block. And then we want to grab an observer just like this and crouch and place it right there. You want to make sure that that arrow right there is pointing down, and then you can get rid of these blocks right here. And then let's go ahead and pillar up, and we're going to get on top of that observer, and then right here you're going to place your next dispenser. That will go right there, and from here you just repeat what you did below. We're going to do 7 out on each side, and then we're going to fill in that platform. Now, that's the farm. That's everything. That's all you have to do until you get to the very top. So we're going to build about 10 more of these platforms, and we're going to do that in the form of a time lapse. Alrighty, now that we have got all 10 of our platforms set up, we are going to start on the roof. So on this last platform, you still want to go up and you want to put a dispenser on top of that observer right there. And then we're going to take care of these, and we need to grab slabs. So on each side of the dispenser, we're going to put bottom side slabs 17 blocks out in each direction. Once you go 17 blocks out in each direction, we're going to connect the corners, and then we're going to fill in that entire thing. Okay, now that we are done with all of the roof, look at all that, that's a huge area. We can start with the clock on our mob farm. Now, I did want to ask each of you out there, did you all happen to see the whoopsie on that first time lapse? Huh? I didn't say anything about it last time. I was just seeing if you would happen to have seen it. now in this one. If you didn't, let me roll a quick little clip from you. Now, my microphone was muted, but I was recording in my normal recording software, so please enjoy this clip. I had quite the fright, but luckily, we had a totem in our hand. Okay, now let's get done with our timer. What you want to do is you want to go on each side of these and you want to place 7 slabs to make these full blocks. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7. And then let's do it on this other side here too. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now, you just want to make this 2 wide, so we're going to go across the entire way here, making that 2 wide. And on one of them, this side here, we're just going to put the extra one right there. So what we need to do is we need to put down a lever here. So we're going to put our lever. This is going to be our on and off switch, and then a redstone comparator. Now, it's very important that you make sure that this is lit up and that your comparator is turned on. Next to it here, you're going to put a redstone dust, and then we're going to go the entire row down with redstone repeaters, and you need to make sure that these are all on the very last tick. So we'll do that real quick. And all right, we have now come to the very end. So what this is going to do, once we click this, just like so, that's going to send the clock around. Once it comes over to this dispenser, it's going to trigger, and it's going to cause all of those water buckets to pop out, and then it's going to come around and do it again. Now, whenever we turn it off, it's only going to do 2 cycles, so every time it goes around, it will dispense, and then when it goes around the second time, it will bring the water back up. So that's the way that you're going to get the mobs to fall off of the platforms. But right now, since we're still working on the farm, we've got this set to be turned off. So we're going to go and we're going to get our water buckets in right down here. All right, now before we get started with placing our water, we want to go ahead and get in here and put down our soul campfires. Now you can use regular campfires for these. However, the soul campfires kill the mobs a lot faster than the regular campfire. So if you've been to the Nether and you have the ability to make soul campfires, I highly recommend you use these instead of the regular campfire. Next thing that we're going to do is we're going to start adding in our water sources. So if you come down here to the corners, the first thing that you want to do is you want to put a water source in each corner, just like that. Now, once we start getting everything in here, you know, nothing's going to spawn in these areas. And don't worry, you will not lose your torches. They will come back. So no worries about that. So let's put water in each and every corner. And then after you get that done, we can pop up here and we need to fill in the water sources on each side. Okay, we now have all of our water down below all set up. So now all you have to do is come to each dispenser and pop a water bucket right inside. So we just want to climb up and do that on every single level. And then this will pretty much be ready to go. Now we just need to get ourselves set up with an AFK spot. We also need to go up top and create some sort of water elevator so we can easily get to the top of this farm without having to pillar up each and every time, because we don't want to have to deal with that. So we will make ourselves a nice little water elevator once we get all set up here on the top. All right, that was the last one. Now we are going to come right up top here and we're going to get our AFK spot all picked out, and then we'll worry about the water elevators as we're going up and doing that. All right, we have got our water elevators all set in place, we are going to turn this bad boy on, and we're going to give it 30 minutes of AFK time. We're going to go up to the AFK spot, and we're going to see how well this farm does. So we've got ourselves right up top here. We're going right to the top of the world. Now, the first time it goes, it's not going to have any mobs spawned on it because we don't have we've got the torches there. We're gonna block ourselves in just like this. We will throw a torch down right at our feet, and I will see you in 30 minutes from right now, and we're gonna see how well this farm is running. All right, the timer has gone off. Let's go all the way down there. We're gonna sleep. We're gonna get the daytime. We're gonna turn this bad boy off, and then we are going to go down and check exactly how well this farm is running. So let's just sleep real quick. Perfect. Let's get a bow on us just in case we need to shoot some things. We're gonna pop down here. We're gonna quickly run right under here. You hear all those guys dying there? Wow. Okay. Couple gunpowder. Not as much gunpowder as I would like to see. I would like to have seen a little bit more gunpowder. All right, it looks like we got everything working as expected. Now, I'm not really sure what's going on with this area right down here. For some reason, the water is going over the campfires and everything's just kind of floating above it except for the zombies and the skeletons. So we had lots of bones and arrows and rotten flesh down there, but not much string or gunpowder. So we got that pretty much taken care of by throwing some signs up in there. That's not probably the best avenue to go. We still have one sitting there, but I was able to sneak in here and get some signs. I was really worried about this stuff killing us, but now we're getting a little bit more of the string and the gunpowder as well. And we got a music disc. So that is gonna do it for today's episode. Now, I did, I think, a decent job of explaining this farm. Check out Shulkercraft. That is the tutorial that I followed for this video. Very awesome creator. He explains things super easily. So that video is linked down in the description below. I would encourage you to go check that out. But that is all for me. I really do appreciate every single one of you checking the video out. And if you would, if you're still here, please like, subscribe, ring the bell. We're trying to hit 100 subscribers in June. I would greatly appreciate it. Have a good night, everybody.